hard to make really well.
Very easy to make badly.
Yeah.
Chef Billy, why don't you tell them about your dish, please?
It is a smoked salmon, yogurt sauce, and crispy chicken crouton lettuce wrap with a fiery caper mustard dipping sauce. Yeah.
A little more complex than the usual lettuce wrap.
Yeah, make sure you get the peaches with it. It needs that sugar.
I do like the use of the peaches in there, and I really like the crunch of the chicken skin.
Thank you.
The dipping sauce is very spicy. It's probably a little bit too spicy.
Got it.
Thank you, Chef. Let's move on down the line, sir.
The sauce that I made when I was on my station was not spicy. I hope it bites them in the ass.
What I've made for you today is a battered shrimp with a shredded lettuce wrap. And here you have a sweet soy mirin sauce.
The notion of a wrap, Chef, is that it's portable and you can pick it up. So I think you're missing one of the key elements of a wrap. Having said that, the shrimp is really good. The mirin is good. I think that's a really nice dressing with it. I do think that having the lettuce in that shredded form was probably a mistake.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Chef.
you.
Let's move on down the line. Chef, tell them about your dish.
All right. Today I have an Asian firecracker steak wrap with a sriracha ponzu dipping sauce.
They're portable. They're not terribly pretty. I think there's some great flavors, but the steak is tough. It is a little bit chewy. And yes, there is plenty of heat in there, quite without the sauce. That is pretty fiery. I'm going to leave the extra sauce alone.
Okay.
Dangerous stuff. Chef Todd, tell Simon about your lettuce wrap.
What I've made for you is an Asian-inspired chicken lettuce wrap with a soy dipping sauce.
You know, I have to say, it looks terrific. Your plating is great, and it looks like a lettuce wrap. The meat is slightly weird. I wouldn't have guessed it as chicken. It's kind of crumbly and dry, and it tastes like there's a lot of maybe fish sauce or something that's been added to it to moisten it up, and it's made, whatever you've added to it, it's made it incredibly salty. I do like the addition of the avocado. It does bring that salt down a little bit, and it does add a nice creaminess to the dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
So, Simon, you know my dilemma. I got 4 chefs here. I can only take 3 into the next round. That means one's got to go, which means you've got to decide who is the least successful at preparing you a lettuce wrap.
There are 2 chefs who I think could easily be eliminated now. I have to cut.
Who is the least successful at preparing you a lettuce wrap?
2 chefs could easily be eliminated. While one dish was really challenging, one was actually inedible. On that basis, I have to cut Chef Todd.
Chef Todd, so sorry, sir. I'm going to need that cash back, I'm afraid. Sorry, Chef. Thanks for playing.
Just really disappointed in myself. It was Billy's sabotage, making me cook with the broiler. That, in turn, made my food dehydrated, and it made it salty. That took me out. I feel as if I'm a stronger chef than I showed today.
Chefs, congratulations for surviving the first round. For you, the competition continues right now. Your second challenge is going to be New England clam chowder. You will have half an hour to prepare this traditional delicacy. So let's not waste any time.
In our mad dash to the pantry, no one is gonna beat me. I am a sprinter and a gold medalist.
Your 60-second shopping time begins now.
So clam chowder, definitely need cream, you need potatoes, you need clams. So I'm just going for real simple clam chowder.
Chef's got 30 seconds.
Go to grab the clams, of course, and I turn around and they grabbed all the clam juice. I grabbed some booze and hopefully I can make some clam liquor out of it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I look at my basket and I realize I forgot heavy cream. I am devastated. You know, you can't really make a chowder without heavy cream.
So let's see what we have up for this round, shall we? Clams and cream are kind of important ingredients for a New England clam chowder. Win this auction, and you can go over to both of your competitors and swap out either fresh clams for canned clams or their cream for this sweetened dessert topping.
$2,500.
I really need a dairy-based item, but if I didn't win, I at least wanted to drive the price up.
$3,000.
$7,000.
You'll go $7,000.
I am not gonna be stuck with sweet canned whipping cream. I'm gonna spend money for this. $71.
$7,100 is the high bid. Robert, would you like to go anywhere else? No, you're out.
It's tough, but I'm not spending all my money right now.
Going once, going twice. Sold for $7,100. Come on up, Chef Billy, and bring your money. I will make your change. In the meantime, take this tray and decide who gets the canned clams and who gets whatever the heck this is.
I know exactly where I'm going. The whipped cream to Chef Rob and the canned clams to Chef Don because she doesn't even have cream. So I give her the canned clams and take away her fresh clams.
Now let's see what our second item for bid is. It's a classic in Cutthroat Kitchen. Buy these spoons and you'll have the exclusive right to taste your food during this round.
$500.
I got a $500 bid from Chef Billy, who will give me $600.
$1,500.
$2,000.
I got a $2,000 bid from Chef Robert.
$3,000.
$3,000.
That's it. Probably drop out. It's not worth it.
$35.
$3,500.
$3,600.
$3,600 going once, going twice for $3,600. Sold to Chef Don for $3,600. Come on over, ma'am. Bring me my cash. And you may take these spoons and just use them all the livelong day.
Gladly.
I think that these guys really need to taste their food. By taking that away from them, I think that it's a big deal.
This is a lot of fun. Luckily, we've got one more item yet to sell. A loaf of sliced white bread. Win this, and you can force one chef to build a bread bowl that must be used as their service vessel.
I'm already screwed with the no clam juice and the whipped cream in my chowder, and now I can't even taste it. I definitely don't want to have to make a bread bowl out of white bread. $3,000.
Got a $3,000 bid for the bowl.
$3,500.
I don't want that, but I spent $7,100, so I don't bid.
Go for
$5,000.
$5,000. I win the day. $5,100 is what Chef Don's going to pay. Anybody want to go 5-2? I got my 52. 53, ma'am? 53, 53, 53.
No, it's close to impossible to be able to make a bowl that can hold soup out of this white bread. But maybe Chef Robert would want to pay Chef Billy back for the challenges that he inflicted upon us recently. So I have confidence in that.
Going once, going twice. Sold, Chef Robert, $5,200. Bring it on, sir, my money.
All right.
How am I going to construct this bread bowl? I'm not really worried about getting it.
To have to make a bread bowl out of this white bread, there's so many things that can go wrong. I don't want any part of it.
All right. I'm sorry, doll.
Don't be sorry. I love this. Thank you. What a wonderful gift.
Seriously, I am devastated. Not only do I not have heavy cream, but I also have to make a bread bowl out of regular sliced bread.
Well, that was fun, but all good things must come to an end. Besides, you guys have some cooking to do. You have 30 minutes to produce your take on New England clam chowder. That time starts now.
I've never made clam chowder before, and I am not allowed to taste because of Chef Don, but I feel confident. Keep it simple, straightforward, a cream-based chowder with clams. So I get the clams going in a pot, then I get a roux started, some butter, flour, then just combine everything.
Bill, you never made clam chowder over there before?
No, never. That's why it's gonna be real funny when I beat you.
You can watch me, I'll show you how. My idea is just to go straightforward clam chowder. So I have some hot sausage, I'm gonna brown that. I'm gonna steam my clams with the cognac and use the broth from it as my base for the sauce and get as much flavor as I can out of them just by looking at it.
You don't have any dairy,
I don't have any dairy.
but it's okay.
I have butter.
Well, okay, you have butter. But you know what? I think
saving grace,
the
actually.
chowder can be made without dairy.
Good. I'm glad you think so.
I have canned clams and I have no heavy cream. So I'm thinking about going the brothy way, so I'm going to sell it as a light version of a New England clam chowder.
What's your plan with the, that canister of doom right over there?
I don't know.
Have you tasted it?
I'm not allowed to.
Oh, that's right. So you're kind of in a quandary because you gotta use it, but you can't taste it.
That's right. The biggest thing about using the whipped cream right now is I can't taste what it's doing to my chowder. Just the aroma is all I got.
How are you gonna make that bowl action, Willard?
I'm gonna seal it with eggs.
You're gonna seal it
I'm
with
gonna
eggs and then do what?
I'm gonna cut some circles, form a bowl.
I'm telling you what to do behind your back.
Yeah. Or
Because I can't tell you what to
I'm gonna
do.
fry it.
You are? Are you?
Maybe.
6 minutes, 30 seconds. You kind of have it easy down here.
Yeah, no, never made clam chowder before.
Have you ever had clam chowder?
From a can, yeah. Because when I get off work, I'm lazy. I don't like to cook, so I cook all day. So I go home and I eat Hot Pockets and clam chowder from a can.
Hot Pockets and clam chowder from the can.
Yep, not gonna lie.
My God, what's happening to America's youth?
Chowder looks good. I stir it. You know, it's thick, it's creamy, what clam chowder should be. No, I just have to try to make it look cool because presentation is very important. You eat with your eyes first. So I wanted to make it look pretty.
Somehow, I have to make a bowl that can hold soup out of this white bread. So I'm thinking that I'm going to just fry it. That way it's crusty, so it won't leak at all.
I look down at my chowder and I'm pretty confident. The only thing is I don't have enough cream in it and it's kind of dark. But I am not putting more of this whipped cream in this soup because it is just gonna be too sweet.
I'm gonna leave this on the side of the bowl. If you're worried that's not gonna be enough soup, you can always pour more in after you have some.
I'm not worried at all because I'm not eating the soup.
Oh.
2 minutes.
Time is winding down, and I decided to present my soup in a carafe so that it doesn't disintegrate my bread. And I placed some clams, some herbs, and things in a bread bowl to kind of give it a nice presentation.
Chowder time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Challenge over. Back away from the board. Simon, welcome back.
Thank you, Alton.
The challenge, New England clam chowder.
I've just come back from New England, where I ate a lot of chowder.
Chefs, he doesn't know what you've done. He doesn't know what you put up with. He cares about what's on the plate. End of story. This way, sir.
I hope it doesn't have too much booze in it. Hope it has enough pepper or not too much pepper. I couldn't taste it, so my guess is as good as anyone else's what this thing tastes like.
Chef Robert, please tell Simon about your take on New England clam chowder.
Okay, I've made a classic cognac clam chowder with sausage and bacon.
It's a little bit dark for a traditional clam chowder. I usually expect it to be a little lighter. It does seem to have the right texture. I like mine to be quite creamy. I'm getting a lot of spice, but it's pretty prevalent. It's taking over a little bit. Actually, though, the flavors and the seasoning, apart from that extra little bit of spice, I think are really good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chef. Let's move on down the line.
I'm hoping that Judge Simon will focus on my flavors and not on this bowl because I'm not at all confident that it could hold soup.
Chef Don, you're on.
Chef, welcome to the lighter side of clam chowder.
I have made a light version of a New England clam chowder with bacon lardons and crispy bread bowl.
So basically, you've used no cream, I think, is what you're telling
Yes,
me.
Chef.
Actually, the quality of the ingredients in there and the cooking of them is really, really good. I do think it needs to have some cream in there. And your bowl, I think that would go down like the Titanic because it's dissolving once you put the broth into there.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Let's move on down the line. Chef Billy, please tell Simon about your take on New England clam
I
chowder.
didn't try to make my take at all. I just made a classic creamy clam chowder with a sourdough bread bowl. I made it really rich, so I didn't want you to have too much. It was really thick.
There's thick, and there's you can hold it over your head without danger of it splashing on my bald bonce thick. So that is some thick chowder you've got there.
Got it. If Chef Don didn't take away my ability to taste, this might not have happened because I would have probably tasted the chowder and realized it was too thick.
Chef, it was a bit of an archaeological exercise to actually transfer the soup from here to your bread bowl. But once I did actually excavate it and get it in here, it actually tasted like a great clam chowder.
Thank you, Chef. Let's step over here.
There is only one thing that's giving me a little bit of confidence, and that's Chef Billy's soup.